And I want to introduce our good friend, Hazzan Neil Schwartz in Dothan, Alabama, the newly retired Neil Schwartz. Take it away, Neil.
Okay, we are going to have two introductory pieces. We're going to have Shalom Aleichem and Yedi Nefesh. And this Shalom Aleichem is from Shmuel, Brazil. And if you are following in the old Sim Shalom, certainly in Slim Shalom, it's page 13, and in Lev Shalom, it's page 5. And hang on to your yarmulkes because this moves fast. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachi, Magaros Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachi, Magaros Baruch Hu. Poachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Akarosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nil Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Akarosh Baruch Hu, Baruch Hu Nil Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Akarosh Baruch Hu. Say Dechem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, Akarosh Baruch Hu. And on page 252 in the Old Sim Shalom, 14 in Slim Shalom, and 10 in Lev Shalom, here is a version of Yedid Nefesh, for which so far I have not actually tracked down the composer. Yedid Nefesh, Avarach Haman, Meshoch Avdecha, Yeritzonecha, Yedid Nefesh, Avarach Haman, Meshoch Avdecha, Yeritzonecha, Yos Avdecha, Kemoyon, Yesh Tachaveh Munarach, Yerablo, Yedidutach, Minofetzuv, V'chol Dom, Adonai Ziva Olam, Nafshei Olach, Avayatach, Anael Nam, Rifana Allah, Be'ala, Noam Ziva, Astid Chazek, Betid Rapeh, Ve'ayatach, Shivchadonah, Varegem Rachamecha, Pechoznal Beino Havach, Hizek Hamma, Nixov Nixav, Lerobeti Beret, Ozach, Anaele, Machmad Leben, Koshona Ve'aldid Alam, Galenam, Uvros Chaviv Alai, Esel God Shelomach, Toires Nikvoras Nagila Penis Mekobach Moero Kiva Kimeolam. So on pages 15 in Slim Shalom and 11 in Lev Shalem, going on to 12 in Lev Shalem. Here's one of the few things that I kept from the Ramah era. Bizmirot nari alo Nikarmabana Vidora Bizmirot nari alo Kiel gadol Adonai Umelech gadol al kol Elohim Asher be'ado mechkerei aretz V'to avodarim lo Asher be'ado mechkerei aretz V'to avodarim lo Shelo yam behu asahu v'yapesh eterav Arba'im shana gut bedo va'u maram to ele v'avim v'im lo yada uderachai Asher nishbakti v'apim yavon El menutadi Shir l'Adonai shir kadash Shir l'Adonai kol haaretz Shir l'Adonai barechu shemo Baseru miyom leyom yeshuato Saparu Ikolenu hey amim elim Adonai shamayim asa Hosanna. Yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz Yir'amayam umlo Ya'aloz sadai v'kol asher bo Az yirannenu kol asei Ya'ar Livnei Adonai kiva lispot haaretz Yishpot tevel b'tzedek ve'amim ve'emunato Adonai malach haaretz. Rukolamim gevodo yevo shukoro regaso Yataron yon alkolos Ve'adonai sin urazo menarudrasidab miadrishaim yatzilem. This is Jeff Kleppers, or Zerua. Jeff and I went through cantorial school in our respective Reform and Conservative seminaries at the same time. And when the two choirs sang together, I had the pleasure of singing with him way back before either of us was a cantor. Or Zerua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. Or Zerua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. Or Zerua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. U'yishrei simcha. Or Zerua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. U'yishrei simcha. Or Zerua la tzadik u'yishrei simcha. Simchu tzadikim b'Adonai ve'hodo lezecher kodsho. We are on Psalm 98, which is 18 in Slim Shalom, 17 and 18 in Lev Shalem. Mizmor Shir Adonai Shir Chadash Ki Niflaot Asa Hoshi Alo Yamino Uzro Akodsho. Yer am hayam umno tevel be yosheveva narodim chau chaf yachararim yiranenu tivnei Adonai kivalis pora aretz yishpot tevel betzedek ve'amim be'mesharim. And Psalm 99, page 19 in both books. Adonai malakir gezu amim yoshev keruvim tanu ta'aretz naibit Zion gadol veram hu al kol amim. After a little bit of nusach, I'm going to jump into a Sufi chant for the end of Psalm 99, Ramabu. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai El Nosei Ayit Alayam V'Nokei Malalilotam. Romamu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. Romamu, 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 Adonai Eloheinu. V'Shachavu leHar Kodsho, Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Shachavu Har Kodsho, Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu. Romamu, 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 Romamu. Now, I have a treat for some people for Mizmor LeDavid. That's Psalm 29, and it's page 20 in Slim Shalom 21 in Lev Shalem, and you all know that I love the Spanish-Portuguese version, but this one really moves. This was written by Moshe Nathanson a long time ago. Havu ladonai b'nei Elim, havu ladonai kavod va'oz, havu ladonai kavod shemo, yishachavu ladonai b'hadrat kodesh, kol Adonai al hamayim, el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai beharar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vaishaber Adonai ad arzei halabanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel, Levanon v'Sirion kemo venreimim, Kol Adonai chotzev lahavot eish, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel hayalot, Vayechesov ye'arot, Uv'hekalo kulo omer kavod, Adonai lamabul yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. And in a similar vein, you have heard me several times do the complete Ramah Hasidic, fourth Hasidic melody version of L'Charodi, but this is actually kind of a piece with that Nathanson setting that I just sang, and it is L'Charodi as done at Kol HaNeshama Synagogue in Jerusalem, where a good friend of mine, has been rabbi for quite a while. So to follow the Lekado D, you want page 21 in Slim Shalom and 23 and 24 and 25 in Lev Shalem, 21, 22 in Slim Shalom. Lekado di likrat kala la 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 Pnei Shabbat ne Kabbalah. Lekado di likrat kala ya la ya la ya la Pnei Shabbat ne Kabbalah. Shmor b'zachor b'dibur echad Ishmianu el amyuchat Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem u'diberet v'lita hila L'echad likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lehuven elecha Kihi mekor haberacha Merosh mikerem nesucham Zof ma'aseh b'machshavat techila Lecharodi likrat kal Yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lecharodi likrat kal La 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech melucha Kumitzei mitocha hafecha Ravlach shevet be'em begabecha Be'huyach amol alay temla Helicharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Hitna ari me'afar kumi Livshi v'gei tifarte chami Alya ben Yishai beidalachmi Korba el nafshi ge'ala Elikharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Elikharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Hidorari, Kiva hore, Kumi ohuri, Uri, Shirda beri, Kevod Adonai, Yalla yiknigla, Alechadori likra gala, Yalla, 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lo devoshi, Lo tikalami, Mata. Tishtachav uma tehemi Bachi yachesu ani ami Beniv nita ir al kila Elicharodi likrat gala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Licharodi likrat gala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Behayul shimsa shosayik Berachaku kol mevalayik Yasis alayik Elohayik Kimsos katan al kalam Alecharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Alecharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Yamin usmol tivrotzi Adonai ta'aritzi Al yadish ben barzi Benismecha benagila Lecharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Lecharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Boi b'shalom aderet bala Gambil simcha utzohola Tochem munei amzegula Boi chala Alicharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela Licharodi likrat kala yalla 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 Pnei Shabbat nekabela. catch my breath. And on page 23 in Slim Shalom, 26 and 27 in Lev Shalem, here is a melody written by Israel Katz a long time ago. Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat Leorot Ladonai Uzameh L'Shimcha Elyon Tov Leorot Ladonai Uzameh L'Shimcha Elyon Le'agid b'boker chazdecha ve'emunatecha b'leilut. Le'agid b'boker chazdecha ve'emunatecha b'leilut. Tov le'hudot l'Adonai Uzameh L'Shimcha Elyon. Efraim Kemoeses Atarem Kirim Karnim. And of course, Lewandowski's Sadi Katamar. Nobody's come up with anything that's quite as beautiful as that. Sadi Katamar Yifrach Perez Balvanon Yizke Shetulim Beveit Adonai. Because Rod Eloheinu Yafrichu Od Yenuvun Besera Tishenim Ananim Yehu Le'agid Ki yashar Adonai Tzuri Belo Ablata. It's been a while since I've done the cantorial piece. So I think since this is supposed to be a celebratory, and I certainly have not done any cantorial pieces except on a couple on the High Holy Days in the last 3 years, I'm going to share the Psalm 93 that I actually used to get into the seminary. This was my audition piece, supposedly written by Jacob Husvitsky. Adonai malach keud lavesh Adonai oz itazar av tikon tevel bal timot nachon kis acha meaz meolam ata. Das unarot Adonai, das unarot kolam, his unarot doch yam. Mikolod maim rabim adirim mishpereyam. Adir bamarom Adonai Eirodecha nemendumeod Devetecha na'avakodes Adonai leorech Yamin Now, what I would like to share with you is a brief Devar Torah, and we'll read the Mishaberach list, and between the two, that will be a good reason for doing the Kaddish to Rabbanan. I'm going to read a little quickly. On the heels of the debacle following the report of the scouts is the tragic episode of the Korach rebellion. Moses' Korah and nephew Korah foments discontent among a large group and turns it into a full-blown insurrection, ostensibly in the name of fairness. At first glance, they seem to have a point. Moses appointed his brother Aaron as high priest, as God instructed him to. On, Dothan, and Abiram, firstborn of the tribe of Reuben, probably feel slighted because Moses chose the Ephraimite Joshua as his military successor rather than one of them. And the 250 tribal leaders are possibly angry because the Mishkan tabernacle is solely in the hands of the Levites, the tribe of Moses and Aaron. But let's look a bit deeper. These manifestations of discontent in the guise of ultimate egalitarianism are actually just a pretext. They add Dothan and Abiram add insult to injury by complaining that they haven't been brought to the land of milk and honey, nor have they gotten their inheritance. They're going to get some land, all right, but not where they wanted it. However, this posturing is nothing more than an attempted coup, with a ringleader Korach using these people to try to overthrow Moses and Aaron and assume power himself. Many midrashim delve into reasons for Korach's destructive ambitions, possibly focusing on how his immense wealth and supposed intelligence may have corrupted him. But in the interests of time, and avoiding any relevant comparison with our politics, let's just leave this episode right there. Here's our Mishaberach list. Aviva Masha bat Bluma, Abraham Anshel HaLevi ben Miriam, Asher Menachem ben Yehuda, Avram Gershon ben Rivka, Avram Yechezkiel ben Freda Bela, Brittany Maldano, Chaim Reuven ben Yisrael Meir, Chana bas Esther, Chana Leah bat Elka Bela, David ben Aaron ben Miriam, Fishel Meyer ben Chaim, Golda bat Rachel, Harab ben Yamin, Chaim ben Zelda, Harab Tzivia Chana bat Sarah, Urachmiel Yosef, Ira Kobre Irene Reif, Kayla bat Rachel, Label Melech ben Aviva Masha, Malka bat Chana, Michal bat Kreindel, Mirariba bat Svia, Moshe Dov ben Sarah Gittel, Mordechai ben Ruth, Mordechai Yitzchak ben Tirtzach, Nachum David ben Fredel, Nancy Bailey, Reuben ben Malka, Sarah bat Ilana, Susan Sickerman, Ushiah Motel, Yehuda Natan ben Chana, Yishai Naharia ben Miriam Leah, and Yochanan Shmuel ben Aviva Masha. So we actually have a Mishaberach in this book for these folks, and then we'll do the Kaddish to Rabbanan, if that's okay with you all. So the Mishaberach in Slim Shalom should be on 144. And yes, there it is for the Cholim. And similar text Mishaberach in Lev Shalem should be in 173. Mishaberach Habadein Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sarivka Rachel Leah Ubireh Pet Kol Acholim Shanu Amru Hakadosh Baruch Hu Malei Rachamim Aleim Lachzikam Ulrapotam Ishlach Lehem Meira Refuah Shlema Min Hashamayim Refuah Nefesh Refuah Guf Toshar Cholei Yisrael Milizvikim Refuah Krova Labo Hastabagala Bisman Gadariv Benomar Amen. God who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and bring healing to those we have mentioned and all who suffer illness. May the Holy One mercifully restore them to health and vigor, granting them physical and spiritual well-being together with all others who are well. And though this is a time to refrain from petitions, yet we hope and pray that healing will be soon at hand. And let us say amen.
Amen.
now
So
we go
you can unmute yourself if you want to join in now.
Okay, and if you want to follow in a book, if you're using Slim Shalom, Kiddush Rabbanan is on page 27. And if you're using Leib Shalem, it's on page 38. And for this, once again, I'm going to rise. Yitkadal, Yitkadash, Shemlech Rabbah. Yalamad, Ibrahir Ute, Yamlich Mapute, Kaekon, Yomekon, Kaeden, all Beit Israel. Agalau, Man, Gavri, Amen. Yehei, Shmech, Shalom, Yarah, Alamay, Alamaya. Yiparak, Yishkadah, Yiparak, the Ela, Yil Kata, Shirata, Tushkata, Ekamata, Amiran Bialamar, Amen. Al Yisrael, Yal Rabbanan, Yal Talmidei Hom, Yal Kol Talmidei Hom, Yal Kol Mandi Askim Be'orayeta, Di Yatra Hadein Vedi B'Kol Atar V'Atar, Yehei Lehonu Lechon Shlamar Rabba Chinahizka, Rachamin V'Chayin Arikin, Zona Revicha, Kana Min Kolam Abuhom, Vivishmaya, Vimru Amen.
Amen.
Shlama Rabba Min Shmaya, Chayin Tovim Aleinu. Yal Kol Yisrael, Vimru Amen.
Amen.
Shalom Vimru. Ya Shalom Yaseh, Shalom Aleinu, Yal Kol Yisrael, Vimru.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Cantor Neil Schwartz, our good friend. You've been with us almost from day one, and it's great to see you here every week, and it's great to have you change of pace a little bit by doing this more, you should pardon the expression, cantorial Kabbalat Shabbat, but it's always wonderful to have you. We want to welcome everybody who's new and hope you come back. If you're interested in joining our list, send an email to fridays@kiddushclub.org and we'll put you on the list without any problems. I want to mention again that the Talmud group, which everyone's welcome to join, has sponsored this week in honor of our good friend Yehuda Natan Ben Hana, Jules Cronus, QC. He's a Queen's Counsel in Canada. He's a lawyer. Lovely guy, wonderful person, and we all wish him a refuah shalema. So everybody, please join us again. Thank you again, Neil. Lovely to see everybody, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shkach, Neil.
Shabbat Shalom.
Ruktiya.
Stan, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Shalom, all y'all.
Nice to see you, Greg. And it's lovely to see your sister with you.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
She's much better looking than you are, Greg. I'm
Hi,
just
Chuck.
not off the bat. Out of the way.
Thank you,
Shabbos
Stan.
and a happy 4th of July.
Yes, happy
Okay.
4th of July to everybody. You know what they
Yes,
call 4th of July in
safe and
Canada?
happy.
Monday.
That too, but 4th of July.
Canada Day.
For July.
Thank you.
Canada, today was Canada Day. What is it?
Yes,
It still is.
Today's Canada, yeah.
still
Still
is.
is. Still is. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Thank you
Have a
again.
good
Neil.
weekend, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Linda.
Nice to see you, Gary.
All right,
Thanks,
good to
Mark.
see y'all.
Shabbos, Shabbos, Shabbos is here. 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 Yum da 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 da, yum da 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 da, yum da 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 da, yum da 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 da, yum da 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 da, yum da 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 da. Shabbos.